Hi everyone and welcome for today's video. Today again with a subscriber's challenge or request, let's say. Mandy actually asked me if I can make one of the sunset paintings that I recently uploaded with a swiping method. So Mandy, this is going to be my attempt making this work. I have pre-mixed some of the colors. This is a cream color, this is a copper orange mix. This is a dark purple, regular reds, a yellow and a gold. I have added silicone to all of these paints, just some drops in each. I'm going to pour them over the canvas, going to swipe them with this one. This is just a thin sheet of plastic paper thingy office material. I don't know how to call them. I often use these to pour some swipes on there when I make the planets for my resin artworks, so to cut them out later. And these also work kind of great for swiping because you can reuse them over and over again. So I most of the times use them for swiping in a video, and then when they are messed up I make a pour over them to cut out for the planets. So going to use this. It comes really handy and it's not expensive, so really a good choice. So let's see. I hope I have mixed enough paints. Let's start with the beige light color, kind of here towards the middle. And when the center part is done, it is basically just trying to achieve a graduation, so from the light to the darks. And I have this kind of mirrored in the middle of the canvas so that the upper and lower part of the canvas are going to look kind of the same. Reason is because there is the horizontal line in the middle of the canvas and the water is going to reflect the sky, so this is why everything should be kind of mirrored. I let you watch it, play some music because there is not much more to say than what you can see in the video screen, and I will be back for the next steps. Step 1 completed. I would have loved a bit more of the yellow down here, I think, but it is what it is. So that's going to let this dry, and then we can continue on with the second step, which involves the black surroundings. So everything has dried, and as usual it dried darker. You've seen this in so many other of my pours. And this is what it is. The canvas itself is not completely covered, which does not make such of a deal because I'm going to paint over it anyways. And the next step actually involves making a circle on this, which is going to be the upper part of the painting. I will not have this completely center because I want to have some spaced area around it in the end. So I'm using this, I have no idea how it's called in English, and making the circle around there. It's a half circle. And using a regular pencil to sketch out the lower part, which is going to represent the water wave kind of thingy area. So this is completely random. I have no reference photo or whatsoever for it. I just feel the flow and go for it. This is what you can do as well. So just feel free to create your own design there. after the paint was dry, step number 3 was going to follow, which is adding some masking fluid. There is actually no need to use it, but as I wanted to go messy for the space area around it, I just felt it was more convenient and safer for me to use it. So I just used a brush, my masking fluid, and covered all the areas that I wanted to protect with the masking fluid. This stuff is really handy, so if you do not own this, it's not that expensive and it lasts a really long time. It is a liquid which dries like a rubbery, gummy kind of thing, and you can remove it from the artwork without damaging it. The only thing that might get damaged is your brush. When this stuff dries within your brush, the brush is likely to get ruined for good. So to prevent this, you can use some soap, rub your brush over the soap, and then use the masking fluid. So the soap actually prevents it from drying within the brush, and when it dries, you can just peel it off, remove it from your brush, and your bristles are in normal safe mode. So just as a tip, if you're going to use this liquid as well. And of course I want to be super secure and paint a second layer or a thicker layer over it just to have it really covered, and also that it makes things easier in the end to remove it. And you can see that it's dry when it's clear. So when you apply it, it's kind of a greeny, yellowish, milky liquid, and it dries clear. So when you don't see any of it anymore, you're good to go. And the next and fourth step actually involved some acrylic paint and dabbing with a sponge or tissue paper or whatever you have laying around to create some background texture, some nebula formation kind of effect, whatever you want to create in the background. I could have left it just black, but it would have probably looked a bit boring, so I decided to put some color in there, although just blue and kind of dark, but I wanted to have some more punch in there, you know what I mean? So I just put some acrylic colors in there. A couple of them are metallics from my beloved Arteza metallic colors. Used in the beginning a sponge, but didn't work out that good because it was a massive sponge. If you have one with really large pores, it might work out better. But then I pretty quickly switched to just a tissue paper, this kind of kitchen cleaning tissue thing, crumbled it together and then just dubbed it in there and pushed it on the canvas. You can actually see what I'm doing here. And this easily creates these transitions between the space and the nebula. You can tweak the light and darkness, so you can increase the contrast by adding some lighter colors in between. You can tone it down by adding more dark blue or black in the outer areas, just whatever you feel like. And when after a while I was happy with the look that I achieved, I just sprinkled some white over there, so flicked it on there with the brush, painted a moon, let everything dry, and then it was time for the fun part. So as you can see here, it is still pretty messy. It kind of looks nice, but it has no sharp edges and lines. So when you remember, we just put the masking fluid on there before I started making the mess with the background nebula. And now the really exciting and satisfying part comes when we just remove this masking fluid. You just go to one edge, peel it off, and then you can peel it off from the entire thing, most of times in one go. And I let you watch it in real time because for me this is always such a satisfying thing to see, to get the sharp lines back, to get hard edges. Everything is protected and fine, so it's like removing the artist tape in the end from the edges of a painting just to have this clear edge. I think only artists can relate to this. But anyways, though this was the entire project, I hope, Mandy, you had fun watching. I hope this was what you had in mind for me to create. So let me know in the comments what you think about it, and all you others, of course, as well. If you feel inspired, please feel free to recreate something like that. Share it with me on Instagram, Facebook, or wherever you want. If you have not subscribed yet to my channel, it is really time to make this. So click the subscribe button, click the bell icon to get notifications. Share the video with everyone you know. And yeah, if you want to get in touch with me, all the social media links are down below in the video description. My materials used are down there as well. And yeah, just come back for the next video and get even more inspired, I hope. So thank you for your time, thank you for watching, and other than that, I hope to see you in my next video. Have a great day. Bye bye.